Shit. Fuck yeah. We've never done this before. This is new. Oh, I like to suck on it. Forget. Oh, here, hand me that. Oh, yeah. It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Yeah, tighten me up.
I kind of just fell into this seat, huh?
Yeah, how'd that happen?
I don't know. I like it kind of, though.
You do?
I change up my seats on my podcast. Start rolling. I've got so much to talk to you about. We're rolling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hello there, and welcome back to the Shi Iest podcast with Poopies. We have a big guest today. Literally, Bert Kreischer is a big man, and he's big within his industry. He's also a big drinker. It's hard to see it, but he actually brought a guy with him who's making him and Poopies drinks throughout the recording. If you're familiar with Bert at all, you know that this is pretty consistent with the persona he gives off on his various podcast appearances. Let me assure you, it's authentic. Poopies is getting better at interviewing, I think. But, as always, I'd like to apologize for the continuous interruptions of his guest, as well as the repeated stories Poopies tells about himself. But it seems like alcohol kind of adds fuel to that fire, and as I mentioned, Bert basically brought a bar with him. Do your best to enjoy this especially shitty episode.
Hey, you're not a waterman unless you've been rescued once. For real, though.
Put your hands together for Poopies!
Like when I stuck this freaking Roman candle in my butthole. I had a lot of haters, dude.
The shittiest podcast in the world.
Dude, yeah, I switch up on my podcast. I'll move seats. I just moved my whole podcast setup to a desk.
Oh,
I did a
way.
desk. You know, I had seats
like yeah, because you can have all your stuff on it.
Yeah, and I like to have knickknacks. And it's so funny. I've enjoyed doing. There you go, Tito's for you. This is how it works. If you ever do a podcast, you want cocktails, always bring your own, and always bring ice. No one ever has ice. And I kind of was like, I bet he doesn't have cups either.
Bro, you killed it for sure. I was baffled. I was like, dude, this guy's got ice cups. And fucking got his own little bartender.
So let's start with, I'm a fucking fan of yours.
You're a
before
fucking
Jackass.
legend.
Before Jackass.
Dude, that's huge. Dude, that is huge, dude. Like,
yeah.
When people say that, like, I fucking like go, I appreciate that. Like, cause that's when I was doing all my gnarly shit, dude. Like, fucking 60-foot waves. I'm out there. I'm not a big wave surfer.
Yeah.
Like, it was freaking, I went through the gauntlet, dude.
I remember, I think I found you through Jamie O'Brien.
Yep, he's the boy.
Dude, don't even get me started on Jamie O'Brien. Jamie O'Brien introduced me to this whole group of surfers in Hawaii that now I follow because they're like Nathan Florence. I love that fucking kid. He has such good fucking energy.
Oh, dude, he has such great energy. So funny. Me and Nathan really got along, like, because he was always over at Jamie's, and I was like kind of scared, not scared, just like, I wonder how they're gonna treat me, you know?
Yeah.
And dude, Nathan was the nicest kid to me ever.
He's a dude. I had him on my podcast back when we were doing Zooms over whatchamacallit. But I love his vlog, or his vlog. Yeah.
He started the vlog because all those kids were kind of like too cool to start vlogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's okay.
And it's like, so no, dude, like. It's it's fun to do, and you're gonna make a lot of money if you are successful.
It's cool. Here's the thing that I think it's hard. Like when you look at like someone like I'll use Kelly Slater because I know he's a little bit of a legend, right?
Oh
like,
yeah,
he's the legend.
He's number one.
I understand Kelly Slater not starting a vlog. I get it, right? I understand. I get it's like he's Kelly Slater. There needs to be an aura. I kind of understand John Florence not starting a vlog.
He's a legend.
But I'll tell you what, when he did that fucking sailing trip on the Velva or whatever it's called, it was so fucking fun to watch. And then part of me goes, okay,
because you got Nathan, you got the whole pack there.
Yeah, and it was dude. I said to myself, I want to sail from LA to Hawaii because of that video, because of that fucking video.
Yeah.
But then what's cool is like, so then
it's like survival too.
Yeah, yo, dude,
you're like surviving and like trying to like make it fun. But at the same time, you know you could like die at any minute.
Dude, there is a moment. I was telling these guys,
it's pretty funny.
I got lost in the woods one time in Wisconsin with 11 people, right?
Holy shit.
We're 11 people, and it was fun to watch the group person by person realize they were lost, right? I was the first one that
realized.
Yeah, I was the first one that realized that we were lost. We got dropped off in a helicopter, and the helicopter was waiting to take us out, right? We had cars. The cars met up with the helicopter. We're in the middle of nowhere. We go to this.
Holy fuck.
We go to this. We go to this waterfall. Is for TV, and we tell
So
the
it's
guy
for TV.
proposes to his chick, and she's on mic, and we hear her say, "Don't do that."
Shut the fuck up.
Dude,
No
I have been
way.
around some of the worst proposals
fucking
in my
unplug the
fucking
mic.
life. We used to
Dude,
when I
some
was
production guy?
no, it was the fucking talent.
No
it was my TV show was the
way.
two talents.
Oh my God.
Oh.
The two talents got
Yeah.
married. They're like, yeah, we're going to get married over here.
I
It's
had
like,
one.
dude, you're working, bro.
I had one. I used to do this thing on stage where if someone wanted to get engaged, I'd be like on stage. I'd do it. I always think comedy should be fun. I don't think you should be too precious.
Yeah.
So what I do is I bring the guy and girl on stage. I'd say we're gonna play a game. Let's do a shot. We do a shot. I say we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna blindfold you, the girl, and I perform shirtless, and so we're both gonna hear. He's gonna take his shirt off. You're gonna feel both our chests and tell me which one is your man. That's how we know how good you guys are.
Oh,
together.
no way.
So then what she do is she put on a blindfold. He'd take off his shirt and then he'd
Shut
drop
the
to his
fuck
knee.
up.
We'd take off the blindfold. He'd be on his knee with the ring. It was fucking great, right?
Shut up.
So one day we're in Columbus at the Funny Bone, and Dave Stroop says, "Hey, I got a proposal." I said, "No problem. I'll do it." I mean,
Shirts off.
Yeah. I just right before I go on stage, let me know who it is.
Legend.
So he's like, okay, I'll tell them. So he goes over. Right before I'm about to go on stage, he goes, "It's the people in the front row. They're expecting it." He goes, "Here's the problem, though. The woman's proposing to the guy." And I went, "Huh?" And they're like,
no
"Ladies and gentlemen, Bert
way.
Kreischer." Now I'm on stage.
Holy fuck.
Doing
You got to
my-
force this wedding.
I'm literally trying to
No
do the math
way. He's
on
going to trip.
how do I say. So like at the end, I'm like, "Hey, why don't you guys come up and do a
Shut the
stage?"
fuck
Bring them on stage,
dude,
and it's the
I
guy
would
and the
have
girl,
done that,
and he's
dude.
like, yeah. And now I'm thinking, okay, what do I How do I blindfold him and
She's
go?
going to be like, no.
Take your shirt off. It's so
Oh
bad.
my God,
She's gonna propose
dude.
to him. So I go, all right.
I hope you did it.
I said, we're gonna blindfold you, and we're both gonna whisper in your ear, and you got to say,
No way. You, you added the whisper on.
So I blindfold him. The girl goes and takes a knee, and the audience goes, "Oh!" Right?
Shut
and he's
the
like, "What's going on? What's
fuck
going on?"
up.
And everyone's like, "No fucking way! Oh God!" Take the blindfold off him, and he looks at that, looks at me, and he goes, "You're a fucking dick." And I went, "I'm sorry." And the girl's like, "Will you marry me?" And he goes, "Fine."
No way. Fine.
Fine.
He was over it.
Fine. And then she puts a ring on him, and everyone in the audience is like, "Oh man!"
Dude.
Everyone. I mean, we're talking about 370 people just going,
Fuck, dude.
"Oh my God!" And then he sits down.
Was she a
and
trog?
No, she was horrific.
Fuck, bro.
The poor guy just sat the rest of my show. He's like, "Just wrap it up. I want to get home." It was fucking rough. I don't know how we got lost in the woods.
Yeah. I love it, though. I love it, dude. That's fucking classic.
Yeah, we got lost in the woods, and to watch people realize they were lost.
Yeah, the wedding. Then you did the wedding for him in the wedding.
And then, yeah,
the talent.
that guy. Man, those Travel Channel show stories were so much fun. My point of saying all this was I found you through Jamie O'Brien, and I became a fan of yours because I liked that there was a very like realness to your videos. There was like you didn't look hungry. You didn't look like you were trying to be famous. You looked like you were doing what you liked.
Yeah,
I think I saw you take Steve-O out and teach him how to surf or something.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to make a vlog. You know, there's a little like it's like an essay. You know, you have your intro, you have your intro of an intro, and then you have what you're doing, and then you go do it, and then in the middle of doing it, you explain how it is, and then you go from there. It's like a whole storyline. But that's what I was trying to do, and like trying to figure it out because I saw Jamie doing it, and I just took notes, mental notes, you know, and I just watched him. So
his is good, and it's fun because you know, I don't think I'd know of Jamie O'Brien if it wasn't for his vlog, and I'm a fan of his.
That's good.
He's a cool dude. I've DM'd with him back and forth. I was actually thinking about going to Turtle Bay for like a fucking week.
Yeah, he has a school there,
learning how to surf. It's my big fucking goal.
Bro, I can teach you how to surf right here. It's a 3-step fucking system. Sorry. It's a 3-step system, dude. It's easy.
For the record, surfing is not easy. Also, Poopies, you can totally say fuck on this podcast. It's called the Shi Iest podcast. I have no idea why he apologized for cussing there. I think he forgets where he is and what he's doing sometimes.
It's not easy. I'd say I surfed when I was a kid.
You got to know how to do it. You got to twist your hips. You can't like try to step up. Twist your hips, and it automatically turns your legs into that position. And then once you twist your hips, you're on and stay low, and it'll keep you low.
It's like telling someone, It's like telling
easy.
someone how to learn a new language. It's so easy once you get the verbs down.
But you know what?
I don't know the verbs.
Yeah, that is true. But you know what's hard about it is like
What?
thinking of all that right at all those like that little time.
But my hard part is I'm fat as fuck and
you
standing
can
up.
still that's where
Getting up is the hard
that's
part.
where you can't do a pop up.
Yeah.
Like you're not doing a pop up. You got to do the 3-step system where you go to your chest
Yeah.
and you do that. You arch your back up, neck up, then you slide your feet up to your knees. So your knees are under your chest.
Yeah.
And then you put your front foot, whichever way you are, regular or goofy, front foot forward. That's the hardest part.
Foot.
So you got to get it up, that front foot, right? And you're still hanging on to the rails of the surfboard,
Yeah.
right? And then you don't let go of the rails. And then right then, next step, you just twist your hips and it puts you right up.
How old were you when you started surfing?
Oh, I was like 13 or like 12. And then I just like loved it.
Yeah. We started surfing when we were in.
When was the first time you tried?
Well, we did. I kind of surfed when I was like 14. When I was 14,
Sick,
ninth grade.
Sick.
But it was different than I was skinnier, and it was like.
Where were you?
New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, you're on the East Coast. The waves were probably shitty.
That's why Kelly Slater was like our hero.
Yeah.
He's my age, and we'd watch him. Like, I mean, not watch him surf. Well, I surfed at Cocoa Beach one time, but it was like the waves were always shit. So you kind of, it's like you never really learned how to surf.
You can't really grasp it all when it's like the ocean's like that.
The last time I went surfing was in college, and it was the best. It was in St. Augustine, and it was the best I'd ever surfed in my life. I was probably like a sophomore in college, and then for Travel Channel, I went out to go surfing again, and the first time I paddled out was in Puerto Rico, and it was fucking massive. It was massive.
Oh,
I was
they're
on a
swell,
longboard,
huh?
and I was stuck on the outside.
Shut up.
I was
You couldn't get in because it's too gnarly.
Yeah, and I was just sitting out there, and I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, I've wiped out before, right? But never in waves these big.
You can't panic. That's the thing. You can't panic. When you start realizing that, you cannot panic.
Yeah. And a dude came out on a jet ski.
Saved you?
Yeah, brought me in, and I was like, never felt like more of a bitch in my
it's
fucking
all right.
life.
It's all right.
Yeah, but
hey, you're not a waterman unless you've been rescued once. For real though.
Yeah.
For real, dude.
I've been rescued a few times. Then.
Yeah, well then you're part of the waterman club.
But went out with Jason Collins, Jason Collins.
Yeah.
Went out surfing with him at
I don't
Steamer
know him, but
Lane.
I grew up. He's one of my idols.
Yeah, he's a badass dude,
Yeah.
and he lives up. It's cool when people live up
Santa
to
Cruz.
what you want him to be. Like, I knew who he was just from Surfer Magazine and stuff.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and
That's what I like.
we went out there. We go out for this Travel Channel show. Cool as fuck.
Sick.
Gets us all a bunch of longboards, wetsuits. We jump off the rock at the end. Paddle in
At Steamer Lane.
Yeah, Steamer Lane. Paddle in.
That's a sick jump.
He puts me into a wave,
Right into the zone.
and some fucking dude
Oh,
loses his shit on me,
Shut up.
and he's like, what
Oh,
the
Rat
fuck,
Boy
bro?
was fucking
What the fuck, man? Get the fuck! And all of a sudden,
Oh, here
Jason
comes
just
Jason,
just
yeah.
pops up, and he's like, he's cool.
You go, what'd you say?
And the guy goes, "Oh, sorry, man.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
buddy. Sorry, hey, man. Have a great day." It was badass. I got to give props to Jason.
Oh,
and
fuck
then me
yeah.
and him and his chick went out drinking after that. I still had to work,
Sick.
and I was
He
like,
got
I'm
your
fucking
back.
partying with this guy.
He's
I don't
got-
think I even told him how much that I was. Maybe I did, but I was like, he pushed me in a wave. I kind of stood up. I kind of sucked.
Bro, you got freaking dude. He's got your back, dude.
you wanna
That's
talk-
huge.
you wanna talk
Hey, if
about-
Rat Boy's in the lineup calling guys off for you,
Yeah.
or calling guys out for you, that's huge, dude.
I got
You got protection. Hey guys, I know it can be really difficult to manage your debt, especially when you're constantly receiving new offers for more credit cards or unsecured loans with huge interest rates. Instead of adding to your problem and creating more stress and cost, our friends at McCarthy Law can help. They truly care about helping you erase your debt and restoring your credit card so you can get your life back. To begin decreasing your debt and your stress, visit mccarthylawyer.com/podcast or call 1-866-777-0748 and provide promo code POOPIES, all capitals, to receive 50% off McCarthy's retainer fee. McCarthy Law isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. They're not one of the countless companies offering magic solutions that seem too good to be true. They're a real law firm, able to help you negotiate debt for a fraction of what you owe. To date, No creditor has refused to deal with McCarthy Lawyer. That's a huge advantage over other non-lawyer based companies. And maybe most importantly, McCarthy always seeks to charge less than anyone else in the industry, including non-lawyer debt settlement companies. And yes, they will price match. So whether it's student loan debt, business debt, credit card debt, mortgage debt, McCarthy is here to help. Visit mccarthylawyer.com/podcast or call 1-866-777-0748 and provide promo code Poopies, all caps, for 50% off retainer fees. They'll also fix your credit report errors at no out-of-pocket cost to you. See you guys out there.
I've had an opportunity to be with some of the biggest watermen alive. There was one, I talked about him on another podcast. If you can Google him, he broke his femur in the Eddie Akawa big wave tournament long time ago. He's descendant of,
Jamie, no, not Sterling. But.
No. He's a Hawaiian. He's a descendant, I think, of King Kamehameha.
Oh, he's Hawaiian.
He's Hawaiian, right?
Oh.
He's a badass. I mean.
Who are you talking, what's his name?
Fuck.
Makua?
I've talked about it on podcasts before.
Is it Makua? It's probably Makua. Rothman. My friend would know. Uncle Veeks would know.
Yeah, I forget.
What's the question?
No, there was no question.
Oh, what's his name? I'm sorry. No,
I don't know his name, but I paddleboarded with him.
Oh, no way.
And then there was.
I wonder who it is.
There was Uncle
Veeks
Buttons. You remember that guy?
Oh, fucking so Buttons, brah.
Yeah.
Buttons used to come to Carlsbad where I grew up.
Really?
So it's so weird to have so much like history with all these legends.
They're fucking legends.
Dude, I didn't like Buttons came to the surf shop I like hung out at. I did school and go hang out at the surf shop and sweep the floors and like fucking do a little work and shit. Ding repair and shit. But dude, he fucking showed up and we're like, what the fuck? Uncle Buttons is here because he's trying to start his brand, right?
Yeah.
His Buttons brand. And he came to the surf shop and tried to like, because the boys were from Oahu and they go, come out here. We'll like kind of set you up and connect you with the California scene, you know?
Yeah.
So Buttons came out and stayed at the surf shop that I hung out at R-Dub Surf Shop.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a Grom, because he knew Corey Whitlock.
Oh, wow.
And Rusty Whitlock. Yeah, they're like good people.
He taught me how to paddleboard.
Way, that's sick,
he's the one
dude.
that taught me how to paddleboard.
Yeah, rest in peace, Buttons, dude.
Yeah.
Legend,
he was
bro.
a solid dude, man.
I have a Buttons shirt, anniversary shirt.
Oh, for
or
real?
like a rest in peace shirt, yeah.
But I got the story of that guy.
I was actually dating Buttons' daughter. She lives
No way.
Yeah, she lives in Carlsbad.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, how much fun are surf shops?
Dude,
like just to like
surf
any
shops,
surf
bro.
shop, walking into a surf shop.
They're not the same now.
For real?
Well, I don't know.
I was the only surf shop I ever go to is Val Surf.
Yeah,
over in
so
the
there's
valley.
no like Groms hanging out anymore. You know?
Yeah.
It's all like everyone's all about money now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, dude, surf shops, that's where we were half the time.
Dude, there was one
It was fucking awesome.
in New Smyrna. Charles Baldwin was the shaper. That was like everyone had a CB board.
Yeah.
And,
that's the local shaper.
Yeah, and we
support
would
local shops.
We would go. We'd go in if the waves were down. You'd
That's
go in there and
sick,
spend like
dude.
2
I'm so
hours just in a surf
stoked.
shop, just being like, just walking back and forth, and
Yeah, dude.
it's the fucking.
And you just pretty much there's a couch or there's outside area, and that's where you hang out, dude. Our surf shop, this guy was so awesome, Corey Whitlock, R-Dub Surfboards.
Yeah,
dude, it was right there in the village of Carlsbad, and it was like this like rundown like old like I think it was like an old like freaking retail shop, but it was old. It was like fucking falling apart. So he made a surf shop. Somehow he rented it from this guy. He said he's gonna make a surf shop. Made the sickest surf shop. We had like a mini ramp in the back.
Oh.
And then that was like our boxing arena too. If anyone had beef, we'd go boxing gloves and fucking dude. So that's what we did. And we had a bong. Like there's, you know how the mini ramp has that little deck area?
Yeah.
But we had our little zone and we'd cover that up. We'd have our little bong area like underneath the half pipe.
Yeah.
And then we had, that was like in the back of the surf shop. And then we had these guys working here. So this shit was classic. Like my friend couldn't find any workers, like any good employees at the time.
Yeah.
Cause it was kind of like ghetto, you know?
Yeah.
Like he was trying to do it, but it was kind of ghetto.
It's hard to get a
he had a screen.
a young boy who's into surfing or skating to commit to a schedule.
Well, yeah, it's hard to get like a huge fucking nice looking surf shop too, you know?
Yeah.
Like this thing, it didn't look like the normal surf shop. But there's boards out front. So every morning, this is the surf shop routine. Every morning you got to bring everything out front. Yeah. That's the thing. Open up the front.
Yeah.
And then you open up the back. and then you open up the inside, and then shops open, and hopefully you got customers coming in, looking around, a lot of look arounds.
Yeah.
But we had this one guy who's like working construction, but he lived at the surf shop. So the workers lived at the surf shop too. It was pretty gnarly. It's the first time I ever saw drugs and shit. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. There's like
drugs or just weed.
The drugs like cocaine and hash and that. But like, anyways, so like we'd always, because my friend hung out there. My friend Ricky Whitlock was Corey's younger brother, and I went to school with him, and he was the sponsored surfer by Hurley, Nixon.
Wow.
So we all looked up to him.
Yeah.
And his brother owned the surf shop, so we'd always hang out there. So we had this one guy though, he lived there and worked there, and he's like a drunk too. So he'd pass out on the couch, and he's supposed to be watching the shop.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, watching the shop, you get stuck with watching the shop. You're bummed. Everyone's at the beach. You're watching the shop. Bro, you're like, fuck watching the shop. You know, customer would come in and be like, bro, customer. And you like, wake up and you go help the customer, bro, with all this shit on his face. And the customer like, oh, like look at us, and we're just laughing, dude. And they like straight up walk out of the surf shop.
Oh.
It was so funny, bro. We kind of a nuisance to the surf shop. We weren't making them money, that's for damn sure. But we're there for the entertainment. They loved us.
It's hard going into a surf shop as like a older dude. Then like I couldn't even like
what do you want, old man? No.
Yeah, like you go in and they'll be like I remember one time I was carrying my skateboard. I no longer do this. I was carrying my skateboard through an airport, and someone goes, "Your son's gonna love it," and I went, "Huh?"
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And he goes, your son's going to love it. I look like some divorced dad fucking bringing a skateboard home to my kid.
He just said that to fuck with you, dude. For
no,
real.
I don't look like I skateboard, okay? I don't look like I have.
He's like, no, who knows, though? People are weird, dude. He's like, yeah, my son skates too. You fucking, let's skate together.
I'd call down, when we were doing a TV show, I just call a skate shop. I love skate shops, surf shops. I like sporting goods stores, anywhere, an REI, snowboarding, like anything.
Dude. Get me to an IKEA, I'll fucking be like, oh, dude, where's my bank account? I gotta look at my cheese, dude. I can fucking buy the whole store, bro.
I was gonna stop at REI we're heading to the beach today.
Oh yeah, REI's the zone.
Stop at REI and just fucking.
Dude, there's so much shit, but then it's like, where do you put it? That's another thing about having a bunch of stuff, though. Like, where does it go?
It goes to the beach house. That's where it goes.
Yep.
Dude, what do we have? We have.
You have like probably
3
a lot
electric
of houses,
bikes now. We have 4 surfboards.
Yeah.
We have 4 surfboards in the break in front of our house.
Where'd you get your e-bikes from?
It's given to me from sponsors.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and
I got a sponsor.
Yeah. I got the same one you got. I bet.
Epic.
No.
What do you got?
Wait, no, I do have Epic. Right. 70. What's the 70?
Oh, Super 73.
Super 73.
Those are sick.
Super 73 electric, and then my buddy Tom Segura bought me one for my birthday.
Oh, sick.
And started like this fucking.
What's his one?
Well, he got it. He got one and then called me and was like, dude, this thing goes fucking 40 miles an hour. This is amazing.
No way. It's the 52 volt.
It's
or 62 volt.
Yeah, it's huge. Like, you got to be an adult to ride it. You can't put a kid on it.
No.
And so then he got it for me for my birthday, and then I said to him, I'm going to get you something better for your birthday. That's the way. So we had this game where we buy each other something more expensive every year.
Oh,
right
wow.
Now,
you guys are freaking. That's good, though, because it's a goal. It's a goal to make more money every year.
No.
Oh,
I spent $100,000 on his birthday last year.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
I bought him a race car.
Shut the fuck up.
I bought him a race car.
Dude, he's so stoked.
Oh, no, he's not. He's got to buy me my gift this year. I turned 50 November 3rd.
What do you want? What do you want?
I want a fucking ranch house in Montana.
Ranch house.
Step up the game. I know how much money he makes.
Hunting?
Yeah, I want a fucking ranch house in Montana.
Yeah.
I want him to go. I think we said we're going to tap out at $1 million.
Yeah.
We're spending $1 million on each other.
Let's just tap it out now.
Because I looked at it this way. If I bought the race car, I knew that I could get a sponsorship. So we make our money back with sponsors on the race car. And then I knew, because I knew, I bought him a jet ski the year before. I bought him a jet ski.
See, that's fucking legit, though,
15 grand. Goes like 70 miles an hour.
That's fucking good friends, dude. You guys are boys.
Dude, it's what gay men do. Like, so gay men have the
dildos.
Best. No. They give each other the best gifts because they're dudes, right?
Blowjobs.
They're dudes. Yeah, like fucking blowjobs out the ass.
Yeah,
How
that's
fucking
the
fun do you
best
think it would be? Gay? Just that's all. By the way, my fantasy of what gay life must be is not reading, not like
just
like,
blowjobs
just
all
sucking
day,
dick
bro.
all
Yeah.
day long. Just and then you want another one? Fucking do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
eat your celery.
but we speculated that gay men, because they're dudes, got each other great gifts, and then gay men hit us up like crazy, and they're like, "You have no idea,
dude, they're gnarly."
Because they're first of all,
I love
right?
gay
Think of it
men,
this:
but
they have no dependents, right? They have no children. They both have incomes,
They
right?
got-
You're
yeah.
talking about two dudes who have tons of
Been
money,
probably rejected
and-
from a lot of things because people don't understand their feelings. You know what I mean? So
maybe. But
I'm trying to be soft about it.
I
but
love that you're like. I love that you go.
I'm trying to be nice about it.
Sometimes people don't understand their feelings.
I don't know. I'm trying to be nice about it, but yeah.
And
Anyways.
so these gay guys started hitting us up, and they're like, "Dude,
We'll
it's
suck your
stressful.
dick."
It's stressful every birthday because you got to one up the dude before you." And so now me and Tom are in this gay relationship where we're like having to out price point each other. And
So who's got
Tom
the bigger dick now?
We have the exact same dick. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
We saw each other's dicks.
No, yeah, it happens.
We were getting them electrocuted by a dominatrix, and
Oh fuck!
yeah, we were tethered together.
Shut the fuck.
And we had to put the
up,
electrodes on our dick at the same time.
I want to do this.
And I looked at each other's dicks. I go, "We have the same dick." And he looked at mine. He's like, "Oh shit, identical dicks. Soft. I didn't see it hard."
Twins.
Yeah, twin dicks.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
You guys got twinsies, dude. That's epic. Then you guys know your boys. So
Hey,
now
I get another one,
you want
Pete?
a ranch house?
I like. Let's get to 1 million quick, so I can. While I have some money.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to fucking buy these presents if I.
Because then you
fucking
tap out, then it's done.
Get to 1 million and we're over.
Yeah, yeah. So do it now,
He upped it. I mean, I spent 15 grand on his birthday. He spent 75 on mine last year.
dude. I can't wait till I can buy my friends gifts like that, dude.
You can buy your friends cool gifts though.
I do.
You know.
When I
like,
travel and go places, I always go to the gift shop, like local gift shop, and buy shit.
Are you
from
making
them.
money on this podcast yet?
Not yet.
Oh, we got to get you some. Fucking
I got like
sponsors.
Manscaped. but
Manscaped's a
They're
Hold on
awesome.
Hold on one second. Let's
I
talk for
shouldn't
2
say
seconds
it
about
like that.
Manscaped. And they but they need to know. They need to know how much we love their product. Have you used
I
their weed
love their
whacker
product.
in your ears?
Yes.
Their fucking lawnmower 4.0.
Dude, I was
has-
gonna shave today, but I said I'm gonna do it after.
God, you're almost hairless.
Dude, I just did my nose last night.
Oh, with the weed whacker inside.
Dude, I love that. I got a big nostril, so I have to fucking go all angles.
yeah,
And it gets it.
their
I
lawnmower.
got my technique.
Their lawnmower has a LED light. that
Waterproof.
It's waterproof, and
I
it's
went
got
surfing with
skin-safe
it, dude.
technology.
I went so I did this edit for him because I used to be sponsored by him.
Yeah.
And then we're sponsored by him still. So
Well, they should hear
I
this
am sponsored
and know
by
how
him.
much you love their product, and they should. I mean, look, they've been a sponsor
I
of
might
Two
need a
Bears and my
raise
podcast
though.
for years.
I need a little raise, maybe. I don't know, but no.
Oh, Shady Rays. By the way, we're talking podcast sponsors.
I'm
We
like
do this
asking for
every.
raises on my podcast. No, so like I used the waterproof one for surfing. I did an edit, and it was like Christmas time. I was doing a Christmas like holiday gift edit.
Yeah.
And I got onto this big stand-up paddleboard, put a lawn chair on it and a lawn chair, and I got into a Santa suit. And I had the local Groms, push me into this wave. And I fucking had the box. I open it up while I'm on this wave, and I start fucking using the shaver and shit. It was so funny.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and then I rode it like all the way to the beach and then fell. And then it was a good edit, but
Really?
it worked the whole time until I stuck in the sand. And then it goes, "Phoom." I was like, yeah, I killed it. But yeah, it fucking works good, dude.
Yeah, those weed whackers.
I love Manscaped. If I didn't have that, dude, because you know what's funny is the first bit on Jackass where I show my penis,
Yeah.
I have the biggest bush ever, dude.
Yeah.
And it made my wee look small.
That recent Jackass
The 4.5.
is so
That thing's
fucking
it's
good.
gnarly, dude.
It's I just made a movie.
I love it though.
I just made a movie.
No way.
Yeah.
When's it coming out?
I don't know. Well, whenever this Russia Ukraine thing
Oh,
clears up.
really?
But
Fuck.
when I watched Jackass, any Jackass, but the most recent one, I realized there's no way I could ever make something that funny. It is so funny
Yeah.
It's funny. I tried to show it to my
trip.
daughters, and the beginning where the
People
where
don't get
where the
it.
dragon's coming, they don't get it. They don't
Yeah,
get it.
people
And when
don't
they
get it.
realize it's a dick, they walked out.
Yes.
They were like, "We don't want to look at dicks, Dad." And I was like, "Oh, for real?"
well, it's Chris Pontius' dick.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's the most perfect dick in the world.
God, man, what a fucking great
Dude, it was
movie.
so freaking funny, dude. Like, just like after wardrobe, seeing everyone show up on set, like, dude.
It's got to be cool
like,
for you because I'm sure you're like me that you were a fan of the show and the movies.
So that's how I got my nickname. Was like,
Stop me if you think you've heard this one before. I'm kidding. I know you have. But Bert hasn't, so we have to leave these stories in. That's kind of how it works. But I'm sure a few of you asshole podcast geniuses will still let us know about it in the comments. Have at it. Fuck off.
watching Jackass, and then like my friends kind of amped me up, but they're kind of joking.
Yeah.
And I like was serious about it, so I took a shit in the street.
I took a shit on a pizza box to win an election.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. I used to shit in public a lot.
Fuck yeah. Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go, dude.
As two poopers.
Dogs can shit in this fucking public. We can too.
Yeah, but here's the difference. When
we need a leash though.
I used to tell this as a joke. If you're gonna take a shit in public, take your pants off all the way, because if you drop them to your knees and you bend over to shit,
you fall over.
When you also
your turd goes into your pants.
No.
I've had that happen.
No, I never had that happen.
That one
What
sucks.
happens is when you go number 2, you also go number 1. A lot of people forget that you piss.
Oh
sometimes
yeah, then
when
you pee
shit.
in your shorts.
You piss on your shorts.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "You're not getting in my car with those pants."
Yeah,
I used to bring a cup.
He pissed his pants.
Yeah, I took a shit.
You're not if you don't piss your pants, you're not cool. What's that? Fucking Billy Madison.
Oh, I was like,
the little kid fucking pees his pants, and then
Yeah.
Chris or Billy. Yeah. Anyways,
but yeah,
so
I was a big public shitter.
so you got to pull them all the way down.
I know. Well, here's when you take them off all the way. I took a shit on a pizza box to win an election when I was in college, and so the year before I'd given a speech naked, given a full speech naked, and it was in my fraternity, and everyone was like, the idea that I was serious while doing it was what was funny is I gave a sincere speech.
Yeah,
So then
you were serious about it.
I was dead serious.
Yeah.
And then I stood on stage with all the other guys
Fuck
running.
yeah,
totally
dude, and
naked.
everyone, and you can't really reject everyone supporting you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like overpopulated of votes for you. So
Well,
it's like
I
the
didn't
school
win.
can't really control that.
I didn't win that year, and then the next year
I fucking hate school.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
How was college? So I have a big question. Like, how was college,
I'm telling you, this happened in college. I was the number 1 party animal in the country.
dude?
Rolling Stone magazine wrote an article. That's how I know Johnny Knoxville.
Dude, so like, I want to shake your hand because
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of pussy on those hands, dude.
None, actually, none.
Yeah,
There was-
right.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I was the party guy, not the fucking
Let me smell
fingering.
it. Let me smell it.
Well, there is from today because my wife, but there.
No. Yeah, of course. But yes, I'm sorry.
No,
if
I
your
never
wife-
was a pussy guy. I never got a lot of pussy.
You just want to have fun with the boys.
I wanted to party, man. I love
See, that's
partying.
why I think that you watched that show is because it's like pretty much us and the boys.
Well, so I did. So I'll tell you why I'm in love with Jackass. So 1997, Rolling Stone magazine writes an article about me, calls me the number 1 party animal in the country. It's a huge 6.5-page article. It's a big fucking deal.
I gotta read that.
It's a big deal. Oliver Stone optioned the rights
Fuck
to
yeah,
my
that's
life.
huge, bro.
ESPN does a
That's
commercial.
like next life changing.
ESPN does a commercial with me, and they
Fuck yeah.
send 2 actors in a tour bus down to party with me at Florida State. One of them is a guy named PJ Clapp. It's Johnny Knoxville. So I party with Johnny Knoxville in 1997.
up.
We sit in a tour bus. I think we watch Can't Kill Yourself videos, and he tells me about Jackass in my
His
kitchen,
idea, his vision.
in the kitchen. He goes, "I'm gonna get shot in the chest with a gun. I'm gonna get like a
Shut the fuck
crossbow.
up.
I'm gonna get tasered."
You guys were fucking vibing hard. You guys were getting deep.
We were. I mean, I don't think we're the same age. I think he's a little older than me, but we got along.
You guys were sharing each other's ideas.
He was like, so what are you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna go into. I think I'm gonna go do stand up. And he was like, yeah. He's like, well, if you ever, in out in LA, hit me up. And I was like, cool. I go to New York, start stand up. I come out to LA. I get a TV show. I'm sitting having my lunch in the audience bleachers on my TV show, and the fucking cameraman and the grip bring in a disc, and they're like, have you guys seen this show Jackass? And I'm like, no, what is it? And they're like, it's
You're
fucking
there
hilarious.
from day one.
So they put in Jackass that first Sunday. I think it aired on Sundays.
That
Monday morning they put it in, and they're like check this out. And I remember Johnny saying, I don't know, man, like the American flag. It's like Americana, you know, like those old country stars. Like I remember him saying something like that. When I see that flag,
yep.
And then I see Johnny and I go, holy fuck, I know this guy.
Bro,
I partied with this guy.
gnarly,
He was at my apartment, and he was at the top of the stairs. He was like, I could throw myself down a flight of stairs. And we're like, and he's dressed as a woman in full makeup, and we're like, no way. And he's like, huh, and goes down a fucking flight of stairs. I mean, it was like the funnest night of partying I ever had in Tallahassee. Well, not ever. It was pretty good.
That's before he was even
before
noticed.
Jackass.
Yeah.
And then Jackass comes out,
dude.
and I'm like, shut up. Then I'm sitting at California Chicken Cafe. This is what a solid dude Knoxville is. I'm sitting in California Chicken Cafe on Melrose, and he walks in. I'm with my manager. He walks in, and I just go, Johnny, and he just turns. He goes, Bert Kreischer, how you doing, man? I was like, great, man. How you doing? He was like, good. You know how sometimes you have a memory and you're like, is that real?
Yeah.
Because it's so cool. And he was eating with all the Jackass dudes. Chris Pontius had holes in a piece of. In a newspaper, and he was looking through the newspaper.
Yes.
I swear to God. And so I said to Steve-O, like, maybe a month ago, because you never, like, especially when you're a comic, you tell stories to make people entertained.
Yeah.
So sometimes you go,
you want to wow them?
Did that really happen? You know, you wonder. And so I was like, I wonder if Johnny. I mean, I know I partied with him, and I know all that happened, but I go, I wonder if he remembers me.
Yeah.
And then I got a text. He's like, "Yo, it's Knoxville. I totally fucking remember you. Congrats on your success or whatever."
No, yeah, he's
a solid fucking
dude. He remembers a lot, dude. He's solid. That's so sick, dude.
And so
because his vision. You guys were talking about your dreams. And they happen, and you guys are like, dude. Look at us, dude. We did it. That's fucking.
If you think
that's pretty nice. That's like some Destiny Universal shit, bro.
Plato, Socrates, Nietzsche, Poopies?
Our paths crossed in 1997 in Tallahassee. I mean, if I think about that sometimes, where I go, how crazy! Like, I don't think anyone would have looked at either of us at that time and said, they'll be successful. I mean, he's dressed as a woman. We're both dressed as women at that night.
Yeah. No. People will look at you and be like, yeah, okay. That's like what happened to me.
The party animal and this fucking guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, babe. Let's go. Like, fuck you,
It's kind of crazy.
People shut you down, dude. And that's what the universe, like, I don't know if it's God or whatever, but there's someone that sees that and like, they like, dude, it's karma. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like straight up, like there's someone that sees that and like controls like what will happen in your life if you just take it with a grain of salt and just keep moving on and keep your positive attitude. Because people are going to see that you're happy, and people don't like that because they're not happy. So when they see that, they try to shut that happiness down.
Well, my wife's got a quote that she gave me one time.
So it's kind of weird because you got to dodge all these fuckers, bro.
Well, if it goes back to Jamie O'Brien, there's a quote my wife gave me about, don't deny yourself the opportunity to shine. Don't deny yourself the opportunity to like sparkle or whatever.
Yeah.
Like people want to go, yo man, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, people love you.
Yeah, but
people want to see you. They love you.
You look at Jamie, and when he started that vlog, I bet there were guys going, what the fuck you doing? You bring your camera out here? What are you doing?
All the time.
Yeah, but trust me when I say
he was always sticking up for it.
Yeah, and by the way,
he would never say,
he kind of revolutionized that whole fucking the way surfing. I mean, people now.
He was always like, I'm doing what I'm going to do. And I can film whatever.
And he's got great fucking energy. And then all of a sudden, it's like people that were shitting on him for like, don't bring your camera in line or whatever they would say. They don't realize
they just did that just because he's Jamie.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean? Because he's got something going and people don't like that and he's happy and you know what I mean?
First of all, he's undeniable. Like anyone you talk to said he's the best at pipeline that there's ever been. Like he's undeniable.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! He'll come, dude. It's gnarly. There's a couple guys, but he's definitely undeniable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But
like he'll say that like his favorite's Derek Ho.
Oh yeah,
like his favorite's Derek Ho or like Jerry, you know, Lopez. But yeah, you never know. But dude, like I remember like we were filming and he was getting all this hate too, you know, and then I kind of got discouraged and then.
I can't let it discourage you.
No way. But he was always there, like, come on, Poops, let's do this, dude.
There was a time in podcasting when people would go, oh, what, you got a podcast? And you'd be like, yeah, I do. And they'd be like, everyone's got a fucking podcast. You're like, yeah, I know. And now people look at it.
Now
everyone goes,
does.
hey, man, how do I get a podcast? And you're like, yeah, I've been doing it for fucking, 10 years, 9 years.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
And I'm old school with my advertising, and we make good money. And you go, yeah, I'm glad I didn't listen to these people that are like,
don't make it.
You have a fucking podcast?
Yeah.
I did a vlog for a little bit, but it started cannibalizing.
Those are the cool kids, bro. Those are the cool kids.
Cool kids. They tell you what not to do.
Yeah.
And you just sit back and you go.
And you don't listen to the cool kids.
Do not listen to the fucking cool kids.
I listened to the cool kids for a while, and I was like, dude, this is not what I should do. You can feel it. You know, you go with your gut. You go with your instinct, you know?
I did a tour at drive-in movie theaters during COVID. I came up with an idea. I had an idea, and I said, that's the problem is I always have an idea, and I go, I want to do this. And then you put your agents and managers on it, and they're like, okay, we can do that. And then you hear great comics, shit on it. When I said I'm going to do drive-in movie theaters,
negative.
Just negative. Like, dude, you're not being safe. You're not being safe. This is stupid.
That's when you can't say anything. You're just like, I'm not going to mention it anymore. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. And I did it.
Yeah.
And then I did it. And then I'm bragging a little bit, but I did it.
You can't brag. Dude.
Everyone else did it. And then I won an award for doing it. And it was called Damn the Torpedoes. Damn the Torpedoes is a great quote about, like, you know, I think it was Winston Churchill said, we got to go get those boys. And they're like, what about the torpedoes? He's like, fuck them. Like, just fuck them.
Yeah,
I'm not
worry
listening to
them.
bullshit.
Because it's going to stop you from getting more higher and higher in whatever you want to do.
Think about all the people in your life.
Because then it's all that shit coming in your head.
Yeah.
All these negative, like, oh, dude, what are you doing that for? Like when I stuck this freaking Roman candle in my butthole, I had a lot of haters, dude. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking even worry about that because I know Steve-O would fucking say, I love it, Poops, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
If the boys accept it.
Think about all the people.
I don't really care about all the other people that don't like it because I'm there for, it's my body. I'm doing it.
You should do a TED Talk. And with the same
theme,
the same theme that you're giving me.
I get kind of like into that shit.
Don't fuck the haters, man. When I put a Roman candle in my butthole, I was like, there were people like, you shouldn't do that, Poop.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man.
Bro, I knew it was going to work out. I knew I was going to come unarmed. It was funny. I had my other friend have another one in his butthole. We had a Roman candle war. It was like the 250 shot ones. Because I was laying in my bed. This is how it came up. I was laying in my bed. And
I want to hear the genesis
this
of how you came up with this idea.
This is it.
I was laying in my bed
That's right.
and I thought.
It's fucking funny, dude. So yeah, I was laying in my bed. I just smoked a joint. I was just like relaxing, you know, like thinking about like what I'm gonna do with these Roman candles. And I'm
Hold on 1 second. No, wait, you had Roman candles in your bedroom?
Yeah, I bought them from Long Beach like a week ago for this exact. Yeah, so I went to Long Beach, met this like legal like guy who's selling fireworks out of his trunk of his car. I went to like this gnarly gangster's house to meet up with him. My boy Kavika brought me, yeah. So fucking, I got the fireworks from Long Beach. They're like 350 shot fucking Roman candles. They're big. They're like this thick. But
still, you thought I could get that up my butthole.
Yeah, no, but at the end, no.
This needs to be a TED Talk with one of those ear-side microphones where he's using his hands a lot. Yes. Oh, I need more tequila. Just give me another shot. Keep going. I want to hear the rest of the story.
All right, that was part 1 of Bert's episode. He was gracious enough to stay in the studio for way longer than an hour, so be sure to check out the rest of his episode next week. In the meantime, stay absolutely shitty.
The Shittiest Podcast is produced by the world's worst people. Tyler Nielsen, Ryan Tillotson, Frank Driscoll, and narrated by me, the narrator. Special thanks to the Straw Hut team.